Alright, what's going on, guys? FaZe Censor, and I hope you guys are having a great day. And today it's going to be a story day. So this story actually came to my head because Lucas thought of this idea for me. I tell Lucas a lot of stuff about my life, and he actually said I should talk about this subject. Now, a lot of you guys know now I don't have a problem with acne. If you guys look at any of my videos, if you look at my face, obviously I don't have any acne on my face. I got super lucky, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I wasn't always a buff dude with flawless, skin. I don't want to brag, but that's the truth. I don't have any acne on my face. I know I have muscles. I understand all of that. I sound like the biggest tool bag right now. I'm trying to get my point across, and I'm not saying the right word. But what I'm really trying to say is that I wasn't always this way, and I actually had really bad acne back in the day. Like, I'll put it this way, my acne was so bad that I had people actually staring at my acne instead of looking at me in the eye when I would speak to them. And I wish that I had photos to show this. The only photo I can think of is a photo that I took when I was at a Hooters a long time ago, and I took a picture with this chick. There's a picture. I was 16 years old. I had really bad acne on my forehead at this point in my life. So I understand what it's like. I know a lot of you guys probably have to deal with this. It's a really popular thing, especially for kids that are going through puberty in middle school and high school. Acne is super popular, and it's a bad thing to have popularity, but it's something that a lot of people have to deal with, unfortunately. It's just one of those things that our genetics just says, hey, you know what, we're gonna give you some red pimples on your face and make you look ugly and make you feel like shit just because we're genetics and we want you to feel bad. So if you guys didn't know, I have a baby face. I don't have that much facial hair. I'm one of those people that didn't go through puberty until I guess I was at a later age in my life. With that being said, when I was in middle school, when I was in 8th grade, even in the beginning of freshman year, I didn't have any pimples at all. I had nothing anywhere on my body. I had flawless baby skin. And then it hit me. I was in 10th grade, or I was a summer going into 10th grade, and I decided to play football for my team. So I went to the junior varsity football team. Going into this year, I was still going through phases of my life where I used to wear like really, I don't want to say emo, but like really gothic type material. I used to wear a lot of black clothing. And what comes with wearing that type of material and that clothing comes with having a certain lifestyle. So I had like really long hair, like hair that went over my eye. Now, I don't know if any of you guys play football, if any of you guys are playing high school football right now, but when you do play football and you have really long hair, it is very uncomfortable to put on your helmet when you have your long hair in the way. It just gets in the way of everything. You start sweating profusely, and it's just absolutely aggravating. So I decided going into the football practices during the summer that I'll cut my hair, and I remember, and I would never forget this moment. I remember I buzzed my head completely to like a number 3. I went from having really long hair to really short hair just because I knew I didn't want to deal with that for football. And I got the haircut. I didn't think twice about it. I got the haircut, and all of a sudden I just turned on that guy. Holy shit. I got the haircut. I remember going to football practice. I put on my helmet. So you know, after a football practice ends, you usually huddle around the coach and you go in a circle around the coach and he gives like a little speech before you go into the locker room. So my coach decided to call me out and say that I shaved my head, and he wanted to show everybody that I got a haircut because I was known as a guy with long hair at this point. So there I go. I take off my helmet and I show everyone my shaven head, and I remember taking off the helmet. So I remember taking off the helmet and I go like this to grab it off my head, and the top of my fingers just feel all of these craters on the top of my forehead, and I'm thinking in my head, there's no way this is real. This can't be real. I take off the whole helmet and I start going like this and rubbing my forehead as all the people looking at me and they're all clapping. And then thinking that it's normal that I had this acne, and in my brain it wasn't normal, and I was freaking out. I just didn't say anything about it. I just remember right after that football practice, I freaked out. I went straight home. I took a shower. I used as much soap as possible, and I thought soap was going to clean it all up and it'll go away, and it was just like some sort of a mark that I had from football practice, but it turns out it was hardcore severe acne all over my forehead. And I thought the acne on my forehead was going to be the worst that it possibly gets, but it actually got even worse going into my junior year and my senior year of high school. I felt so insecure about myself every single day growing up in high school just because I felt everyone would look at me for my acne instead of the person that I was. And then I thought it was going to get better. The acne on my forehead cleared up, and then it got worse. Like the same thing that I had on my forehead, but I had it all over my shoulders, everywhere. From like the top of my shoulders over here all the way down to the beginning of my triceps over here on both sides of my shoulder. And I thought it was never going to go away. I thought I was going to have it for the rest of my life, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I just always thought about the acne throughout every second of the day. Eventually, what I ended up doing was seeing a dermatologist a few times. I think I went to a few different dermatologists over the course of a year, and what I ended up doing to clear everything up is I took this pill called Accutane. Now, it's only recommended to people that have severe acne, and I thought that my acne was severe enough that I wanted to try it. And they really didn't want me to take this medication because it has some side effects like depression and all these crazy things that didn't happen to me, but apparently they're true. And they said if I wanted to take Accutane, I had to try a different type of medicine first. So I tried the medicine, it didn't work, and I said, you better give me that Accutane. It was an extremely long process, but I knew it was going to be worth it in the end. It was basically like a 6-month program where I had to take a pill every single day for 6 months, and I also had to put on a lot of Vaseline on my lips and on my hands, like on my palms, because I remember when I took this pill, it made your skin extremely dry. Like you had to put this certain type of a chapstick on your lips at least 5 times a day, or else your lips would get so chapped. And yeah, that's what I did. That's how I got over my acne, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have to deal with that now, and it sucks. It honestly does. But if I could give any of you guys advice about acne and how to handle it, it's just see past it. As bad as that sounds and as hard as that sounds, just see it's gonna go away whether you try to do something about it or not. Also, stay away from fast food. Stay away from putting greasy stuff on your fingers and then touching your your face. I avoid touching my face completely. I wash my hands after everything. I always keep my hygiene clean because I remember why I would have those certain things, and I didn't want to have them anymore. But overall, I'm really happy with how things turned out for me. I think if I wasn't playing Call of Duty, I'd probably just be in college living an average, normal life that I wouldn't want to live. I'd want to be doing what I'm doing today. This is like my goal that I set out for myself a while back. So if you guys have goals and aspirations, stick hard at them. Don't let anything drag you down, whether it's acne, anything else. Just don't feel insecure. It's hard to say because I had to go through it too, but trust me guys, everything gets better over time. Just keep your head up, and I promise you things will get better. Before I end the video, I just want to remind you guys that I'm doing a giveaway. I announced it about a week and a half ago. It's on my Twitter. I'm going to put a link in the description below. It's like a Black Ops 3 giveaway where we're giving away a PS4, a Scuff, G Fuel backpack, Astro 40s, just everything that you would possibly need. Monitor, everything. Like literally everything. Elgato capture card. It's all going to be a link in the description below. Hope you guys have a great day. This is your boy FaZe Censor, and I'm out, guys. Peace.